And we are back. But our inbox is not opening. Well, now it did. The Void Trader is still around. It's currently 10 PM on Saturday. And we still have the double credits going on. I haven't yet checked what that sortie is, but just to be on the safe side, I'm thinking of starting today's session by going one quick run at Pluto's defense. This should be a piece of cake, by the way. And yeah, I realized that I've been using the Prismagracata exclusively ever since I bought it, but I really should be using the Burster so that I can sell it once I'm done with it. Actually, depending on the squad members, I might not extract at wave 5. So we have a full squad, so it might be interesting to see how long the others are willing to play this for.
Available.
Now they seem to be extracting as well. So they're only doing this for the money. Which is a smart thing to do.
That's the last of them. Objective is secure.
Yeah, we didn't get the bonus money from this because we didn't start our session by having that login screen reward. But once I do get that, the next mission will be that again. And I do not have the mutagen mass for the A-grid, but I did see that there was an invasion mission with a battle pay of 2 mutagen mass, so that's something that we'll be doing. And we have that old prime neuroptics now, so we can get that Perrin promotion finally.
We must raise more capital to pursue our goals. Congratulations, Tenno, on your promotion. Much deserved. This is what we offer.
So these are the augmentations. Some of them are better than others. Like clearly better than others, like this. But you can't get all the augmentations from a single syndicate. They only offer for certain warframes. And Perrin seems to be Banshee, Chroma, Naros, Ivara, Mag, Necros, Rhino, Trinity, Valkyr, Warban. There's also this and this to choose from, and I'm going with the Chairman Sigil, which is plus 15%. The rate of standing. But now we can also buy these 3 weapons. Although I think that this might be mastery rank locked. Yeah, mastery rank 12, so we can't use it yet. And they can be pretty good weapons. This is something that I haven't even tested on my main account yet. That's a nice status chance in it. But there are some augmentations that I want to get as soon as possible. Them being Despoil, even though we don't even have a Necros yet. And the Greedy Poll is a good one. Then there's... I think those are the actually good ones that we can get from this place. Yeah, Vampire Leech is somewhat useful, but we sold out Trinity already. And we don't have that required item for the new Loka. So we'll hopefully be able to get it someday. And not many people have played this already, so what is this mission type? It's a defense mission. So that's why it's nowhere near to completion. Well, it should be a good mission to level up Burston. Did I actually see that our secondary weapon has leveled up to 30 now? It has! So now we can start crafting this arpa, which will free up some inventory space for us. So what should I take out for it? Let's take Viper, so we can start crafting the other one. Yeah, let's go with Ember for the first first defense in that invasion, because we can't rely on other squad members being the DPS, and these missions do take their time to finish, but if it does seem like we have plenty of DPS frames with us, then we can change to Valkyr. No, that's the assisting squad. And we do have a number. And Misa, so yeah, I suppose it's safe to assume that we can change to Valkyr. I am sensing some lag in the response times, but that's to be expected occasionally. Doing a 10-wave defense 3 times for battle pay does seem to be quite unattractive. I'm wondering if the developers are aware that these missions seem to be unreasonably long to complete for the battle pay, considering how big the battle pay for these missions is. I think it might be a good idea to reconsider how this defense invasion goes, because the 2 repeats after the first 10-wave defense does seem excessive. It might be an interesting solution to make it so that you have to only complete successfully 1 defense mission of 20 waves, because that would keep it interesting. I do understand that that way players who complete these missions would gain less money, because money reward is something you gain 3 times if you do the mission 3 times. But I don't think anyone does these invasions for the standard money. There used to be money rewards in invasions back in the day. The best ones were they? I think they were 30,000. But there were also invasions that took 5 repeats to complete for the battle pay. And I think those were the Grineer versus Corpus invasions initially, at least. So they've definitely improved the system since then. But if they deem the 3 times 10 waves is a good length of mission to get the battle pay, they should at least increase the rewards. Because defense missions tend to be the kind of which take significant amount of time to complete because of the enemy spawn rate and the way they have to, after spawning, make their way to the cryopod. And then there's these downtimes between the waves, so it's a lot shorter mission to complete than, let's say, an extermination mission. And if you know what you're doing, then capture is obviously maybe the fastest mission. Just a bit down there. And if you do consider speedrunning, then extermination itself doesn't become a fast mission. Capture is fast. Some sabotages are fast. Some boss fights are fast, like Borid. And what else? But anything that is tied to numbers of waves or just a timer or a clock, then those are slow missions because of structural reasons. You can make defenses marginally faster by having a build going that employs the Speed Nova tactic, which is a Nova with the Uber ability but less than 100% power strength from having a corrupt mod on called the Overextend. And because the power is less than 100%, what happens with that ability is that with normal power strengths the molecular prime slows enemies after something like 33%, but with power strength of 40% it ends up speeding them up a lot.
You held them all back. Time to get out.
So when you spam that ability, what happens is the enemies make their way faster to the mission objective. And thus the defense missions can be completed faster. And we have Ember and Nova, so we can safely change to Valkyrie to get some leveling up progress.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
That was probably the first time I ever used this ripline ability to its intended good effect. I didn't get stuck in the geometry and I did advance faster. Warpan. And Warpan is surprisingly very useful in the infestation defense missions because of the Bastille ability that lift enemies helplessly into the air when they get inside the ring. And the infestation's enemies of course lack range attacks. So Valkyr's number 4 ability was that Berserker Rage called Hysteria. And while that ability is on, Valkyr doesn't take any damage. In fact, when Valkyr uses that ability, all she can use when it comes to weapons are those blades that pop up from her wrists. And when she deals damage with that forced melee attack, she regains hit points. But the Hysteria ability has a sort of increasing upkeep that depletes the energy first slowly, but it gets faster until it becomes pretty difficult to maintain without proper modding, of course. And when that ability ends, then if there are any enemies close to Valkyr, then Valkyr is going to take some of the damage at that point that she would have taken while the ability was on. There's some sort of counter that goes up if she takes damage while the Hysteria is on. And that makes... well, Hysteria makes Valkyr a good choice for pretty much anything, because reviving fallen teammates is generally easier to do if you're invulnerable to damage. But the nullifier bubbles do cause some difficulties occasionally. On the other hand, being limited to melee-only attacks does make it sometimes unwieldy, particularly against enemies that fly or have small regions in their bodies that only take damage, like some bosses. And while the Hysteria is on, not all mods from your melee weapon affect how well it works. But generally the hysteric attacks deal insane damage. They're fast and with high critical chance, and there's also a charge attack that's very difficult to perform because of why they coded it to be a technique which initially starts with that one hit and then does that death from a bow kick. And Valkyr does have their stance's own combos, one of which is pretty damn good because there's a leg sweep involved that possibly ragdolls enemies, but I've noticed that when you spam for that combo, you don't really turn around, even if you change the camera bearing. Let's demonstrate. Why isn't it bugging now? Ah, because I don't... Yeah. Because I don't have a level 3 hysteria, I don't have that combo open yet. So when I get to level 30 with the Valkyr, I can demonstrate that. That red circle you see in front of me is the area inside of which you take damage if there are enemies with the hysteria balls. And the number next to my shields on the upper right corner is how much damage I'll take once the ability drops, should there be hostile targets within the ring. Did Viper really have this small clip? Oh, I should reform my that and say a clip this small. That's grammatically better. Yeah, this is pretty awful weapon. I think some Syndicate did have a mod for the single Viper that maybe increased magazine size. Not sure if I have that. We could and should check. But I think it might have been a Hexis mod. I think they had one for Bolto, Viper and Burston Prime maybe.
Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out of here.
Relic? I guess we automatically gain the rotation A reward.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
Yeah, okay, so the Viper isn't very good against level 33 enemies. Double damage from Nova or not. We have an Naros and the other one. Another Nova. And this Warframe marginally speeds up our attack speed.
The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
Okay, this invasion should now be completed 3 times.